I might go out there and enjoy it.
No, don't go outside.
Aww.
I just turned on. I'm literally recording shit.
Probably not the best time.
Yeah, I know. Well, you guys, I don't know if you guys can see my TV back here. Who knows? But we have tornado warnings, and you should be able to hear.
Yeah, our siren's going off. Yeah, our siren's going off.
Yeah. Dude, and the only place we can go
Yep.
is the hallway.
Cover. Yep.
We can't really go anywhere. We ain't got nowhere to go. We can't go downstairs. We ain't got no down.
Bathroom.
In the bathroom or the hallway.
Shut up.
We know, Barnaby. Normally I'd be streaming baseball right now, but the
I
weather's...
never heard the siren make this noise.
I know! I told you Dad that.
Sounds like an air siren.
Barnaby. Come here, Barnaby. I'll pick you up. Come on, get in your shoes so I can pick you up. Come on. Get in your shoes so I can pick you up. Get in your chair so I can pick you up. Get up there. Get. I told you that it's louder than normal. I used to not be able to hear it as well. Now it gives me anxiety and I'm going to pee myself.
Oh, God, that's a hell of a storm coming our way.
Let me see. Actually, don't have a tornado app. Never mind.
Ty, I'm looking at it online. You can see how big it is.
It's massive.
What? The tornado?
The entire storm. Go see your dad. I can only see on my TV. Which I'm surprised I can still see on the TV. Normally bad weather knocks the local TV out. Let me go turn this up for you.
Oh, what the hell?
So when we see those opposing winds, that's obviously where that spin in the atmosphere is going to be happening. It's going to be happening also in the lower portion of the atmosphere, and this is something that you do usually see with tornadoes that are moving through the area. That's why we're taking this very, very seriously. And I hope everybody, again, that's going to be in this warning box is also taking this warning fairly seriously. Let me go ahead and put on the track of the storm so we can throw up some more cities here, because again, this is a newer, it's not brand new, but a newer tornado warning that just was issued, and some new folks are going to be in the line of this system. As I move this over, I just want to reiterate
Get on the
again,
chair and I'll
this
pick
system
you up.
is moving unbelievably fast. We're talking 60 miles an hour is the storm motion
Damn.
and direction there, or at least motion of it is 60 miles an hour. The direction, of course, is going to be to the north and to the east there. Oh, they extended the watch there? Okay. So that tornado watch that we were talking about for the 4, 5, 6 today, and I said it was only portions of Michigan.
I don't know. You guys might be able to...
It's all of the Indiana counties.
All the Indiana counties. Okay, so it's been pushed out to the east. Elkhart County, also in that the Elkhart, St. Joe, and then LaGrange County. Thank you very much. Is also going to be in that watch now, and
I live in St. Joe
makes
County.
a lot of sense right now. Okay, here's your box there. Again, if you see your city in this box. Inside, you know the drill by now. Inside and going into your safe place. Hamlet, you got 7.
We just had tornadoes Sunday.
It'll be there. Coons Lake, I know they had
And storms Monday.
tree damage from Sunday. So
This is what's
hopefully
prevented me
we're
from
not looking at a
streaming on a normal basis like I'd
That being
like.
said, you need to be taking this very, very seriously. 647, that's obviously going to be in the central time zone there. Walkerton going to be impacting those folks 7:49 Eastern. North Liberty 7:54, and finally Lakeville, Indiana at 8 o'clock on the dot. And something that we've been watching for and also been hitting on fairly hard within pretty much the past day and a half or so is we don't know how much actual energy is actually going to be available for these storms to see. We can make really good estimates of it. Something we saw today was we really focused in on where that warm front was. That warm front was starting to rise up from the south, impacting folks down here in Pulaski County and also Stark County, getting temperatures up into the high 60s and even low 70-degree areas. So again, that gave us a lot of warmth, a lot of strength, but more importantly, a lot of energy for these storms to be firing off of. That being said, there's a very sharp cutoff of where that warmth stopped, and it really did stop just a little bit to the north here. Right now, North Liberty is where we watch that warm front pretty much cease to rise anymore. So hopefully by the time it at least gets through this warning, we can watch for the end of this warning here in Michiana. Again, currently that area of rotation is going to be down here in Stark County, impacting areas like Hamlet. That's probably happening right around now. Let me take off that warning box so again we can show folks. Once again, okay, it looks like we trimmed it back just a little bit, so that is good news there. Because again, the system is moving very, very quickly, and we're starting to see, okay, this is good news here, we like this here. So notice how it's not as strong and as correlated together, just because it looks like we're seeing a lot of weakening. That's not me saying
power
that
hasn't
we
went
are
out yet.
completely
And usually it does
There's
before it
still
even
a tornado
happens.
warning that is issued for a good portion of Michiana. And again, it has been trimmed back just to find
You're
the
in the way.
leading edge there, right
Come
there,
on this
of
side of
that
me or something.
rotation. So again, just
Also
areas to the
using my
north there
radar.
of Knox, moving into portions of St. Joe
Oh, that's
County,
not-
Indiana. You do need to be in your safe place.
Indiana?
Walking to North Liberty, Lakeville,
We live in
South
Indiana.
I know, like,
Mishawaka.
the entire
You need to
Indiana.
be getting your plans together and thinking about heading downstairs in your basement,
Look.
heading into your bathtub. If you're at work, think about getting to your safe place. Maybe if you have a designated storm shelter that
If we
hopefully
had
is
to
at
take
least
cover,
in
where
the
we putting
bathroom,
the animals?
Or if not, getting into a
I
stairwell.
don't know.
Some
Where am I
folks
putting
are.
him?
We're not really
We're all
looking
gonna
at
live
any
in the
sort of
bathroom
light that's
happily
streaming
and safely,
into the
hopefully.
area.
Tiki's
Also,
gonna be
another thing I
pissed.
started looking at here. Well, listen, take a
Still
look
is
at this. By
attached.
North Liberty and Walker,
I know,
looks like a
buddy.
fairly strong gust of wind.
How old
right
is
there
this
on the
house?
radar, so kind of keep that
In the
mind.
garage.
We had a couple different
How
hazards
many
in
years
play.
old is it?
70 something.
Starting on
That doesn't
Sunday,
mean-
we did have unfortunately a
I
couple
don't-
tornadoes that came through, but also we were talking about
70 or
straight
zero
line
could
winds
probably
and
destroy our
microbursts,
garage.
just a little bit. Looks like we have some fairly strong winds that are kind of leading the system that'll be
peek out the
going
window.
into North
I
Liberty.
love
So again,
this.
if you
I
are
know you
in
like
Liberty,
storms.
Walkerton right
Ooh,
now,
especially when we get
experiencing
tornado
those stronger
warnings.
winds,
Yeah,
still
yeah, I
stay
got it,
tight. You know,
Google.
it's not going to be the
I
all
got it,
clear as soon as
Google.
those are done. You do need to be
I'm
on
gonna go
alert
get it
because
back.
there is a very small area of rotation that's starting to work its way north and starting to move into your neighborhood. I want to go back to our radar real quick just to show kind of the scope of this system and to see the progress that it is making. Again, this thing is moving very, very
I'm not-
quickly
It's
and
coming
almost
quickly.
actually
Is
all
it
the way through
towards
Michigan.
us?
It's kind of
Yeah.
remarkable. Again, storm speed here is right around 60
standing in
miles
front
an
of my
hour.
camera,
It's
get
right
go
around
over here.
it'd be 65 miles an hour. 65 now? Okay, so they
This
did
should
bump
be
it up
great.
by a
I'm
few
just
miles
let my
an hour,
camera
so that's
roll
rather
and
impressive.
whatever
But also,
happens,
we're starting to see
happens.
a gradual weakening of
Imagine-
this system. Anytime
I
you see a
would-
system start to kind of
I
expand out like this and it isn't really a tight line.
No,
we
I'm gonna
kinda
get
see a
shit
bit of a
ready
tight
just to
line
be safe.
What are
on
you
Sunday.
talking about? Shit ready.
You're not really going to be the case. Really seeing it kind of
All we can do is go in the
expanding. And
bathroom.
What that tells
I
me
know,
is that we're starting to lose a lot of concentrated energy, and we're trying to find energy a lot of places. That's why we're kind of really seeing this thing almost mushroom.
Ty,
out a
we're
little bit.
gonna be
Also, take a
okay.
Look at the lightning density. Kind of sporadic. Kind
Your
of
dad's
random.
made it
And
through
usually when we
hurricanes and
see,
tornadoes.
stronger
I've made it through
storms,
tornadoes.
especially
We'll be
tornado
fine.
warnings. We see a lot of lightning around that area of rotation. And
When I was
we
younger
think
than
that's
you,
obviously gonna be
I got
the
yelled at for
strongest
standing
portion
outside Grandma's
of
house in
that
the middle of a
storm. It's gonna be
tornado,
where the
watching it go
clouds
down
are
Liberty
spinning and where,
Drive.
obviously, the winds are spinning as well. And we are still seeing an uptick of lightning out there, but again, not as dense as you would want it for really, really strong and tornadic weather. We'll go ahead and put the timing boxes on it and let people know. Again, National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for portions of northern Michiana. We're talking St. Joe County, Indiana, northwestern portions of Marshall County, Stark County. That's where that rotation is, especially northern Stark County, and then of course southeastern portions of LaPorte County. If you just heard any of your counties called out, time to go inside, time to go in the basement, grab the kids, grab the dogs, grab the pets, grab everything, head downstairs, and just time to hunker down and wait for this thing just to be moving over. Let's see if we've had an update in our velocity here. Yeah, we're still seeing some very light rotation across Michiana. We're about to actually just cross looks like that severe thunderstorm warning. And again, the National Weather Service, what they'll do is usually they'll issue that severe thunderstorm warning and then they'll go on to a tornado warning. And again, the main reason for that is not redundancy. They do that so people have more warnings and more lead time. That's something I really liked when this new warning was issued, that a lot of lead time was issued and that tornado warning was really expanded. The area that the National Weather Service and us here in the First Alert Weather Center are looking at is this area of rotation just to the north of 30 and to the east there of Hamlet. That's going to be where, if there is a tornado, it's going to be right there. So Walkerton, you need to be getting in your safe place immediately. If you notice any geographical similarities to where you live, time to head inside as well. Actually, just to my north there, right over my head, that's where Potato Creek is by North Liberty. So I'll go ahead and put a timing box on here one more time, just to time out when this area of rotation will be entering other folks. Again, we haven't had a confirmed tag on this tornado, which is good news. We like to see that. That doesn't mean that there's not a tornado. It just means that nobody has spotted one. And please don't be the person to go out there and spot it. It's totally okay. You're not going to be able to see this thing anyways because it's completely wrapped up in rain. All right, let me go ahead and put this box on from that area of rotation.
Ever wanted to stay on vacation longer? Us too. With Verbo's long stay discounts, you can stay longer and save more on select properties. Gotta love a win-win. Book the perfect summer getaway today with Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Your future self will thank.
Of rotation and the storm as a whole gets to this area. We should be starting to wind this down.
but it's
Get your
not.
box there. Walkerton 749.
Mine's
Florida
is
2 minutes. That's when the
Verbo
system
has over
is going to be,
57,000
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it bigger so it shows up on my screen. Because I got my camera going here, and they can see my desktop
Perfect
background.
sunsets for your team to miss because they're on their phone. 57,000 exclusive patios where Grandpa can man the pool.
Lane, he did it a First Alert Weather Day. Oh, first off, I did it. I think Andrew did.
That's when the system will be moving to a hoping that
Stop.
destabilization has
8:07.
So,
Anyways, we do have strong storms moving into the area. Here's the current weather atmosphere is doing right now. Go ahead and take a look down south at the dew point in
Man, this ain't the current radar.
Rochester, starting to hit that 60 degree mark, and this time of year, it's pretty much all the moisture we need in the atmosphere, right around a dew point of 60.
There wasn't a watch issued for portions of Elkhart, and what the National Weather Service was
issued a
looking
tornado
at was the
watch
fact that
for
that
more
warm front
of our
had kind of
viewing
stalled
area
out
that'll be
before it
going
even
all the
got
way
to
up
portions
until
of
11
Elkhart.
o'clock
They have
tonight.
since
And by
changed
then,
that
this
just
front
because
should
we're
be out of
watching
here,
really
and
strong
more dry
storms
and
moving
stable air will be moving into
Michiana and
Michiana,
actually
pretty much
pushing forth
ruling any sort
right
of
past
severe
that warm
weather
front.
out
Actually,
of
Alyssa,
the
are
area.
we
Here's a
looking at
current
any
look
sort
at
of
our
changes to
radar
the
just
watch or
off
to
to
that
our
warning
south
right now
and
that you
to
can
our
see?
west. We are seeing some
I'm trying to bring up the radar so you guys can see it on my screen, on not my
Again,
TV.
the warm front is still here in Michiana, pushing up a lot of warm air, almost priming the atmosphere out in front of the front that'll be coming through and actually acting as a bit of a wedge, forcing a lot of that warm and moist
We're
air.
still seeing pretty cool temperatures in northern Michiana compared to southern Michiana, and again, Jack's hit on it. Those cooler temperatures means that air
Elkhart
is more
County,
stable,
of
and
course.
of course, we're not getting to see those concerns in those northern portions where that air is very stable and where those thunderstorms will move through and likely die out instead of getting the strength that they would get in some of the
Here we
southern
go.
portions where those temperatures are warmer. So again, looking at the tornado watch areas there, again, all of our Indiana counties are included in that watch. However, Berrien County, Cass County, Michigan,
There.
and
Now they can see the
also
radar.
St. Joseph
Other
County,
people can see the
Michigan,
radar.
are not in that watch.
It's
They're
not
just
live,
again, all
but
of our Indiana counties
on my
again, are
TV,
in that watch, but you can see behind
we
me,
are
and
in
that's
a
gonna end
tornado
around
watch
11 p.m. This evening. Now taking a look
until 11 our
also
time.
at our temperatures again, because we've been talking all about how
But our sirens
the air
did go off,
temperature
and
the dew points, the moisture in the air is
not
going
much
to
we can do
impact,
about it.
the storms. And
I
again,
don't
we're
have a
seeing that big
basement,
difference there.
so we're either going
Rochester,
in the bathroom or the
73
hallway.
degrees. And then we go up into St. Joe, 54.
I have
So
an
about a
idea.
20-degree difference from southern Michiana to northern Michiana. And again, that's why they're keeping the concern right now for severe weather and for possible tornado warnings in those southern portions of Michiana.
This is the
Slightly
closest I
extending
can
it
get.
further
There
as
you
we
go.
start to see warming
This is where I
temperatures
live,
getting
South
into some
Bend.
of those more northern
This is what's
portions
going
of
on.
Indiana.
I'm
But
getting
again,
on my
keeping out the
radar.
Michigan counties because of how much cooler they are there. But again, we're seeing that warm front is moving a little bit more northerly. You're seeing it, again, tracking a little bit further, even from when we started. And also, Jack was hitting on winds as well. So let's take a look at our current wind gusts. It seems like definitely in some of our western counties there, we're seeing some strong wind gusts. And again, we talked all about this on Sunday. Even with those straight line winds, which a lot of the damage surveys ended up being straight line winds or microbursts, those can be just as strong and just as damaging as tornadoes can be. So again, we need to take those seriously. That's continued to be the biggest threat with this system, with the Sunday system. We said the wind gusts are very strong, around 70 miles per hour at times. So again, that's a very big concern.
I'm just trying to show you guys stuff on my screen.
Even if you're not in the tornado warning box, if you're hearing the rain moving in and the wind's very strong, still be very careful. If you feel like you need to get in a safe space, definitely do it. It will never, of course, hurt. So that's an important thing to note there as well. Even if you're not in the tornado warnings, those winds can be very strong and very powerful. On Sunday, and just seeing all the damage that came through in areas where there were not tornadoes. Wind gusts here, we're seeing again in some western portions getting those strong wind gusts. Look at that bright pink, purple color you're seeing there. 55 mile per hour wind gusts there in Knox. And again, this system continuing to move northeast, coming out of our southwest, moving northeast. That's why they keep extending that warning into further portions of northern Indiana. Get another check of that radar.
Like getting tornadoes in April a lot.
Thanks, Alyssa. Yeah, that is
Because we had tornadoes on Sunday, storms on Monday, nothing really happened yesterday.
Mile an hour. That's
Today.
exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see the rain first, and some got stronger wind a little bit behind it, just because that's where that front's going to be really pushing through.
Come
really
flip my
pushing
lights,
that
actually,
brand
Ty.
new air mass. Let's go ahead and flip back over here to radar and take a
just
look
saw
at
a big
the
light.
watches this morning. Go ahead and just pause it, so it's not kind of getting away from us right now. And this is something that's also going to be rather important. Yes, we are talking about this tornado warning that's going to be issued for portions of St. Joe County, Indiana, down here in Marshall County, portions of Stark, and then of course southeastern portions
leave my big light
of
on, my
LaPorte
little light
County.
on.
So again, these things aren't going to be cookie cutter. They're going to be really just barreling right on through. But again, take a look at this. It's kind of hard to see here, but the National Weather Service has also extended that severe thunderstorm warning to include a lot of portions of Michiana. We're talking Elkhart County now, and it looks like northern Kosciuszko County is in on that severe thunderstorm warning. It's a smart move right there. Again, a lot of lead time for these folks. The area of rotation, though, going to be staying out to our west there.
Dude,
so let's go ahead and flip on
why
our
are we worried
velocity.
about Oklahoma all of a sudden?
They're the
speed and also
state
the
that has the most
intensity
tornadoes.
of our
They're in Tornado
winds.
Alley.
What we're looking at that couple,
Used to be
it's looking
considered
like
part of
it's
Tornado
starting
Alley,
to
but they
fall
don't so
apart
much
into,
anymore.
Walkerton right now. I think that was the main area there. Thank you, Alyssa, for moving that for me. But North Liberty, Walkerton. So again, North Liberty, you do need to be in your safe place right now. Turn on the severe warning if you don't mind. And what that's actually going to do, yeah, there it is, moving right on up. And again, the National Weather Service hasn't indicated that they will be extending this tornado warning, but they also haven't indicated that they will stop it completely there. But it's looking like that rotation has really started to die down. You can see a little bit. It looks like the storm is really trying to spin, but there's just nothing there to really help and support doing so.
And
Again,
if I could, I
between
would have the
Lakeville,
front
Lakeville, you
window
still need to
curtain
be
pulled back,
in your safe
but
place
my
as well.
dogs
Parts of La
would be
Paz,
10 times worse.
might as well
My
get
little
in your
dog's
safe place as
barking
well. Oh, we do have
because
another tornado warning.
wondering what the hell.
Thank you for
but
catching that, Alyssa. Appreciate that. Okay, this one's going to be for southern portions of Michiana. This is Marshall County going into Kosciuszko County. Thank you very much. Again, Argos, Bourbon, your major cities there. It's looking like it's going to be that leading edge there of the wind. That's where we're looking at that spin in the atmosphere. I'll move this one on over. Yeah, just to the east there of Culver. By Indiana 10 there, State Road 10, it's looking like a little bit of radar indicated rotation. Now this is more kind of what we saw on Sunday with that leading edge hook that we saw. So as that storm was moving through Michiana, what we saw was a pretty straight line that was coming through. And what can happen is we are going to be obviously talking about straight line winds, which comes directly out of the storm. But there's parts of that line where actually what will be happening is the winds will be hooking into the line, heading actually into that strong line of thunderstorms. It looks like that's what's actually going to be happening here, just to the west there of Argos. So Argos, you do need to be in your safe place right now. A tornado warning has been issued. Let's go ahead and time out this brand new tornado warning for folks. Again, we're looking at parts of Marshall County and Kosciuszko County that will be in this brand new tornado warning.
a lot of these cities are south of us
minute, 2 minutes
by
away.
half an hour.
Fairly
40
new
minutes
right now.
tops.
It'll be moving through portions
But
of Michigan.
the way I know you guys
ahead
can't see my screen good, and I can't seem to find
Again, these storms are
like a
moving
good
very, very
broadcast on their
quickly, like I
website
said,
of things.
at 65
But
miles an hour. So brand new
things
tornado
are heading
warning. Need to pay very, very close attention to this box. You see
very
this
wildly
box? Time to head
east
inside.
and
Take shelter from this very dangerous
north.
situation that we're starting to see
Elkhart will
unfold
probably
here
get it
in
a lot
Michigan.
worse than we
Elkhart will be
did.
there At 8 o'clock, we got 4 minutes. So please,
That seems to be the
if
case
taking this
Sunday
very
too,
seriously, you're
as
always prepared to be in your safe place because that's
one of the
was out in front
clans
of the brand new
that
tornado
for the
warning.
company that my husband works for it blew away. It basically just blew away.
You got 8:08. We talked about that.
So their servers haven't been up.
So hopefully again,
They've been having to do, you know, the old-fashioned time cards.
take shelter there.
A lot of people around there didn't know how to do it, but my husband, that's because he's old enough. No, so am I.
The storm will be moving through. So got a lot of ground to cover with this brand new storm.
I actually miss having old-fashioned time cards.
Very, very quickly. Again, storm motion, 65 miles an hour. Very, very impressive, especially with these storms, and especially with kind of the lackluster of ingredients that we were seeing all day today. One more time, just want to reiterate, if you see your cities, time to head inside.
So we're not up to clear then?
No, we're not out of the clear, but
Well, the tornado.
They trimmed it down a little
Or
bit.
not.
Let's go see that. Yep, there we go. That's good. We love to see that. That just means that the folks that were underneath that tornado warning, again, kind of back here from Knox and portions up there in Stark County. Again, that area of rotation has moved on. Still stay inside. Don't be going outside just because you're not going to be in that warning. Still going to be dealing with heavy downpours, and that's actually going to be another factor that we're going to be talking about. I think after these storms pass, not just any damage that's actually going to be done by some strong winds or even, God forbid, obviously, an isolated tornado, but flooding concerns. We saw a lot of water.
We might get a
a
flash
lot of
flood.
folks actually hitting that inch mark or even going over
That's
that
wonderful.
inch mark, and this is not.
you know, I thought this was the week you were going to be on spring break. Because when Mishawaka goes on spring break, it seems to storm the entire week.
St. Joe County and Marshall County.
That's what it's
they
been
get
doing.
another half inch of rain very, very easily.
Let's
What
see
that's
how
going to
bad
do is
it
going
is.
to overwhelm a lot of the systems. Okay, so here's our two tornado warnings that we're dealing with currently.
I like the fact, I wish I could see out that window.
With both of these tornadoes,
I can barely tell how
there's good
bad.
news with a tornado warning. It's the fact that both of these.
I
are
wish your
radar
dad wouldn't take to pin the damn curtains together. I'd be pulling it back.
Positive, of course.
Shut up! Don't! Can you leave the front door alone?
atmosphere.
It's not that
we
bad.
actually haven't had it confirmed.
Still pretty
by,
bad.
human being actually that there
I'm
is
gonna go
a
lock the door
tornado.
before he
It's
walks
good
in
news,
here.
though. Do not be going out there trying to
Turn
get
around.
pictures for us or anything
Go lock the
like
door.
that. The main reason for that is you're not going to
I
even
can't- I wanna be
able to see
serious
the storm. All the rotation is actually hidden between the really heavy rainfall that we just touched on that could raise a couple flooding
Is it
concerns,
coming like
especially
2 us pretty
low-lying
much?
areas, farmlands. Watch out for driving
Well,
through puddles later on tonight. I do
it's
think
a hit
that
and miss
would be a
situation. It's
probably
going
a big
towards
concern that we're
Elkhart.
gonna be having going
And
into
us.
the
Yeah, like
overnight
it's going like
hours. And again, a
Napanee,
lot of
Goshen,
places have
Elkhart,
problems with the base,
Syracuse.
unfortunately,
Then South Bend.
doesn't look like
Oh,
it's
it's
gonna be getting much better.
past
But again,
us.
here's our 220.
That's what I asked
Hit
you.
on our one up to the north there. I'm gonna go ahead and flip on velocity again. And again, yeah, that's fairly good news. Storm tracks. Give me a second. There we go. Good news there that warning. Oh, I think the warning's done.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. All right, that's good news.
Yeah, so we are done with the warning.
The one to the north that was in portions of St. Joe County, Indiana. Again, the all clear has not been issued yet. We're still dealing with another tornado warning, this time down to our south, Marshall County, Plymouth, Argos, just to the south there.
Yeah, just 40 minutes from us.
Doesn't mean it still can come over here.
Currently, again,
Those
fairly
will-
good rotation.
The tornado's gonna go wherever it goes. It's not predictable.
I know. That's what I know, though.
Those storms that were actually moving through Michiana. We had that large line of storms coming through, and again, straight line winds, microbursts, which are all one direction winds, which we were actually dealing with that day. Here, we're starting to see a bit of a reversal of that. See this kind of hook? That's again just to the
You
east
can
there.
hear
Argos.
that
What we're
rain.
actually seeing is instead of wind leaving the storm, it's actually going into the storm. Just
You keep standing in front of my camera and I can't see the
slight bit of
TV.
rotation. Berman, you need to be in your safe place right now. But again, that slight bit of rotation. See how it just got trimmed there? Because again, that's what the folks down there, the National Weather Service, are watching for. But again, it's
Alright, it seems that our tornado warning is lifted. So I'm gonna cut this video off and think about streaming baseball later. So see ya.
Well, you can make a video